Alright, suckers. Today we are struggling. Today we're struggling, and to further put that, oh, yeah, anyways. Hi. Yeah. When I talk in confidence, I talk in riddles. You don't like riddles, we'll be honest. So, today we're talking about reading Once and Future, the book. An alarm set for future time. Gwen and Ari found the flashing lights along the wall to an elevator on the dizzying top floor of a skyscraper. The administrator's office was a circular room made entirely of windows. The decor solidly Mercer, white with black accents. Ari had heard stories of the Mercer Company's CEO over the years, and of course seen his face in his innumerable ads. But none of that prepared him for this meeting. He lounged across the couch, middle-aged with long limbs, his skin as white as if he had been grown in a tank of bleach. He was nondescript in the face, the body, the clothes. His hair was a white blonde thatch, oddly sparse. If Ari had tried to draw him, she would have managed a stick figure and given up. He held up a bowl that had been resting on his lap. Pretzels, not popcorn. What do we win for stumping you? Your plan? How about the awesome crown? When Gwen did little more than tighten her grip on Ari's hand, the administrator shot up and crossed the room. We, we kid. He hugged Gwen as if they were old friends, and Ari arched, dismantled the embrace with her bare hands. Gwen allowed him to touch her, and then breathed through her nose. How lovely of you to drag me up here once again. Oh my, sweet and spicy Guinevere. Tell us you missed us. No thank you. His eyes twinkled as he turned to Ari. Ari Azar, how delighted we are to find you still living, and married to my favorite monarch. Should we discuss celebrity power, couple names, or let something emerge organically? Ari felt slapped. Azar. Her bones knew that name. Her heart did not as well. Heart did as well. Only her head was behind. How do you... Ari started, trying to find the words. Gwen bristled her whole body, tugging them on the couches to sit still. Well, Ari stroked every single letter of Azar, as if it were the greatest gift she'd ever been given. But that meant she was in debt to Mercer, which did not feel right. Her eyes dropped to the wooden coffee table, her elaborate chessboard embedded in its polished finish. The administrator lounged across the opposite couch. Ara, please continue. We were going to say, how do you know my family name? And we were going to say, he sat up, cold, dark eyes suddenly piercing, from your mother's ship. Not your incarcerated adopted mother's ship. First mother. Such a determined heart, that one. He leaned back again, seemingly bored. But we won't say any more, so don't bother asking. Ari's heart hammered so loudly she couldn't think straight. He was talking about her mother like he knew her. Like maybe she was still alive. Was she in one of Mercer's compounds too? Was she a political prisoner here on Troy? You're gonna do it. In your sweater. Sweater weather, it's too cold for you here. The hotel sweater. One love, one vow, joking, no foul. We are only here. We are only here for two reasons, Gwen said, making a grab for control of the conversation, looking keenly aware that it had slipped away. One, you promised hydration. Shit. Mids, and you haven't delivered. You have been late this past year, but this month's cycle you've been flat out hovering in the atmosphere, fusing the land. Us, personally, we never hover. Bad for the lower back. You know what I mean. What do you have to do to get Mercer keep his word? Sign over the planet, he said. Gwen snarled. Ara gripped her wife's elbow. Bet you remain figurehead, and even pretend to pass laws and whatnot. You know my answer, she said. As you wish. A few more weeks of dehydration. People will hand over the planet willingly for their troubles and give each of them enough water for their own swimming pool. 2 days shipping on all above ground pools. He held up a finger for a limited time, of course. Ara leaned in, wanting to help Gwen. What does Mercer have against Lionel? Mercer? The administrator said as if he'd never heard the word before. Mercer is a corporation, my dear Rogue Hutchin. We sell things and sell problems. We do not have enemies. His eyes turned from Ari to Gwen, hardening, but we do have customers who play loyal friends. Troy is such a friend, the same friendship Lionel has rejected repeatedly. And as you know, Troy is angry that it cannot vent its overpopulated cities to Lionel, a largely underused planet. My people, Gwen interrupted, require space to breathe, live, have families, and ride robotic horses like medieval jesters, or cheap tin and call it armor. He licked his lips, savoring his attack. Or how about bow to a queen because they're too ignorant to figure out democracy? Gwen steamed. Ari didn't know that a person could actually do that, but she was certain that if she placed her hand on Gwen's arm, it would burn. I'm fairly certain it's not a democracy if every electable politician is already living in Mercer's pocket. The administrator waved his hand. Trivial points. Troy would take Lionel to be punished until you comply. Mercer is not your real problem. The overcrowded galaxy is. Ari scowled and swiped the Black King piece from the board. Chess? That's not even bad guy original. Don't you know that evil empires are overdone? The administrator leaned forward, his elbows on his knees. Finally, someone who gets us. It's boring to make people suffer. Good thing we don't have to do that all the time. We're the white team, the good guys. He moved a white pawn. We connect galaxies worth of goods to the people we need. There are even planets where we are God. Ari tried to drop the Black King, but the administrator stole it from her hand. Where the fuck is the chessboard? Of course, we're also the bad guys when we need to be. You see, Ara, we're black and white, right and wrong, and that never gets boring. What games you can play when you're both sides? Showing people what they need and convincing them that you're the only one who can possibly provide it. I'm sure you remember what we had to play bad guy and shut off cat ships beneath that barrier. Then again, they really had that coming. So much glucosious resistance. Mercer's evil band together. Trade openly, provide for each other, blah blah. It's much better this way. With them keeping to their own planet, you're the only one out here, causing trouble. And trouble is what I do best. Man, I swear to God, I'm just parroting everything. How old am I again? 22. So we got a little while. Let's spend some time. Just like always, spend the last little while doing... Here, let me get ready for work, actually, while we're doing this. The alarm's gonna go off soon. So. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, for right now.